Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be doing my August reading wrap up. I have my star ratings here on this paper because I kind of forget what I've rated the books, so that's why I have this here. I also forgot for which prompts I've chosen those books, so bear with me. But first of all, we have read 8 books this month. I had one book on my TBR that I did not read because it is the 5th in the series and you have to read another series before that, so that's why. But I've read 3 other books that were not on my physical TBR. So, yeah. Let's just start with the first book on my list. It is not the first book that I've read this month, but they are kind of out of order, so bear with me. I've read The Divorce by Frida McFadden, and I gave it 3.5 stars. I kind of was angry the first half of the book. Yeah, I had to put this book down for like a whole week because I hated it. Not because I hated it, but I hated the way it made me feel. I think that's a good description. So, yeah, I kind of hated the way it made me feel. The plot twist was insane. So, yeah, 3.5 stars for The Divorce by Frida McFadden. Then I've read The Goal by L. Kennedy. I gave it 3.5 stars. I was between like a 3 and a 3.5 stars, but I've settled for 3.5 stars. I have to say I'm not a fan of accidental pregnancy trope, but I felt like I have to read this book so that I can read The Legacy, and that kind of takes me to the book of my TBR that I did not read. In fact, I did not read The Legacy because someone on Instagram, I think it was on Instagram, I don't know, said that you have to read the Briar You series first before you read The Legacy, because The Legacy would spoiler you the whole series. So, yeah, that's why I decided to put this one down. I'm getting the Briar, no, it's Briar You, the Briar You series for my birthday in September, so then maybe end of the year we can read The Legacy. But yeah, The Goal got 3.5 stars for me. Then I've got a book that I don't have physical, but I've read it on Kindle Unlimited. It's called Fallout or Die Wolke. I don't know who the author is, but a colleague of mine and a mother of like a child at my workplace told me to read it. It was intense and I had to put it down quite a few times, but I still gave it 4 stars. So it was a good book, but I had to put it down because it was intense. Then the next book on my that I, the next book that I've read this month that is not on my physical TBR is The Midnight Train. I don't have a physical copy because I have the Midnight Library as paperback and the German version, so I kind of want the German version as paperback from The Midnight Train. But it's not out yet, so I think I have to wait like another year or so. But I've gotten the audiobook from NetGalley. So I've listened to it, and the Midnight Library was like 4.5 to a 5 star for me, and the Midnight Train was a 4.5 star. So I'm speechless. It was such a good book. I love the writing style of Matt Haig, and yeah, the book gave you something to think about. So yes. Then another book that was not on my physical TBR, but since I've read it, I bought it because it's such a gorgeous book. I've read Once Upon a Demon's Heart on my Kindle because it's on Kindle Unlimited. I gave it 3.5 stars, and I mean, look at this book. It's such a gorgeous book. It has wait, I have to look in front because I don't want to spoil anything for you. Okay, this is like the beginning of chapter 1, but it has like this gorgeous artwork inside, so I obviously had to get it. It is part 1. I think part 2 will come out. I don't know when, but it will. So, yes. Then for a book that kind of disappointed me because when I bought it, I had really high hopes for it because I thought the concept was quite unique. And if I'm honest, I had to switch to the audiobook because every chapter was like 30 pages long, and there were like 20 different POVs, and it was confusing. And I thought it would be more of a thriller kind of thing, but it was more of a horror. And in the end, I mean, the question is kind of why their host is dead, and I still don't know why the host is dead. So, what was the sense in reading this book? But the book that I'm talking about is 13 Stories by Jonathan Sims. I gave it 2 stars. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about this book because I was pretty disappointed by it. Then I've read The Dinner Party by Frida McFadden, and I thought the concept was quite unique. I never read a Pick Your Poison adventure, and I read this book in one sitting, obviously, and I've tried like 3 or 4 different endings. Yeah, in the back it says choose from over 20 possible endings in this Pick Your Poison adventure story. So it was like a fever dream. Some of those endings were like a fever dream. I mean, why is there Yeti? I don't know, in this book. So why? But it was funny. So it was a little fun book for in between. I gave it 3 stars. I mean, you can read it endless times because every time you get another ending, so you can build your own story. And the last book I've read in July. Yes. Okay, wait. Um, was Want to Know a Secret by Frida McFadden. I gave it 3 stars. I mean, Frida McFadden books are always between like a 3 and 3.5 stars for me. I think I had one that I gave like 2.5 stars because I was I was not having it with this book, but yeah, this one was also a 3-star. It was okay. I mean, yeah, it was okay. I would definitely read more freedom like Phantom books in future because they're just quick and easy for like an in-between read. Yeah. We also got 2 new books. I've bought them on Vinted because I've sold some, so then I bought some new books from the money. The first book is kind of a bit in a rough condition because it is bent in the back, but it's okay. It also has sprayed edges. I mean, it is in German, but that's okay. The book that I'm talking about is Hello Stranger by Catherine Center. I think I've paid like with shipping and like this customer fee, I've paid like 8 euros. So that's okay. This book has costed 16 euros if you have like would have bought it in like a bookstore, so that's a good deal. And then I think I've paid like around 7 euros with like shipping and customer fees as well. I've bought a book for Christmas that I had on my want to buy list for quite a long time, and now I finally got it. I'm talking about Murder on the Christmas Express by Alexandra Benedict. And I obviously won't put this on my monthly TBRs until December, but in December we will be reading this one. And we will be reading One Day in December by Josie Silver. Yes. I'm also kind of planning on maybe reading like a whole week only thrillers. So Summerine video is coming your way. Is probably coming your way. I'm not sure about it yet, so yeah. Um kind of about the renovation. It is not going forward. Um my boyfriend and I kind of have a crisis right now, so there won't be coming any renovation vlogs anytime soon, so bear with me, but that's okay. Um, yeah, I think those were all the new books that have arrived, all the books that I've read last month, and all the news that I wanted to tell you. So, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!